Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He leaves it with his back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
He breaks a tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it,
and he makes the catch inside the 20. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He wants to throw it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Powers through the defender. Zings it complete to the right. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide out in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
Makes the catch. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from the 37-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, it's one thing to get a few yards and, you know, see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the 2nd level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the ground game. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to run for it. Pulls his way forward. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Now on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's complete. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They want to just keep throwing it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Quick release by the QB. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. They want to get this defense on its heels. Shotgun snap on third down. Got his man quickly. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. White cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Third and goal coming up here. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on third and goal. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They want to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On second down, just keeps firing. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Still running up the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jason. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Delivers the contact. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
On second down, looking again to throw. Catch in the middle, it's short. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Buying some time as he moves left. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On the option. He'll toss it. Still on his feet at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Right back to the well. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. LSU. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it, getting some heat. He's going to take off. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football and let him make plays.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up for the PAT.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the
down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's short. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll put the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown LSU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Well, they go back to the option play, and now this is the 2nd time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You can tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. He wants to throw. The quick out. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads.
Holds it in on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. He's going to pass. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Trying to get to it. And the defense, got him at the 27. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll pull it down. He is stopped short of the line of the game. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defense.